Good morning. This video is an introduction to the Malayalam poem Kanaleriyunnoo. It's a very small poem, and it's a highly political poem. It's not actually political, you can't, because it can be tagged political since it discusses a political incident and a few political incident and a political leader. But more than a political incident, this video is about a person, and it's actually me, and I think everybody can relate to it. It's about a person who realizes that someone whom he worshipped, or rather he considered as a gentleman or a model, is actually is not that genuine fellow. It's a kind of emotional outburst when reality bites, actually, because reality can be called as the one that is the hardest one to believe, actually. And here it is very hard to believe that what you heard is true, but it is true. So it's about a person, and it's actually me, who consider that there is a kind of religious polarization by secular parties, especially leftist parties in Kerala, especially this left intelligentsia, is kind of breeding Islamic extremism, and the Muslims in India too are getting lured to this kind of fanatism. So we need a powerful party like BJP to make a change, to make an impact. But as we move on, as life goes on, as we read more, as we realize that everything is actually a farce, and this political party cannot, this BJP political party cannot bring any change, any good change that we wanted. And this change is actually a political change where the religious polarization will be stopped by secular parties. But this hasn't happened. And in fact, leader A.B. VAJPAYEE, who is considered a soft figure, despite an ideology that is actually quite stubborn. And I, as a kid, believed that he has no role in this Babari Masjid incident, or a kind of, he hasn't given, he hasn't considered the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi as a good thing. And these kind of notions, when we evolve into an adult, we realize that all these were false. He too has his role in a demolition of a mosque, and demolition of a legacy of Mahatma Gandhi. And we realize that a person we considered as a gentleman, who could bring a soft BJP, has actually deceived us. So it's kind of an emotional outburst, realizing a reality, because we realize a reality. So this can happen to any individual. When we realize, as a kid, maybe when we read that Sir C.V. Raman, Thomas Alva Edison, many leaders like this, many leaders and scientists, we consider them as idols. But we realize that there were dark shades, there were cunning shades, and such an outburst, very similar as this one, is also a very similar outburst, realizing that a person we considered perfect is not what we considered him to be, or what we regard him to be. So it's a realization of reality. You might get this video as a link, you might get this video in Facebook or your WhatsApp account. If you open this video on YouTube, you can get the link to this point. Thanks a lot.